What is up, producers? Today we're going to be taking a look at a pretty dope new plugin that literally just came out within the last week, and it's called Beam by Lunacy Audio. It's a super creative multi-effect that allows you to kind of drag and drop different effects, gives you a good visual of what you're processing, parallel processing. It's a really cool and interactive way to add some processing, so you can do stuff like create artifacts or do some heavy processing or some reverb, and it gives you a really cool readout of kind of like parallel processing and what exactly you're doing. So today we're just going to hop in and take a look at it, kind of review it, see if it's worth it, and kind of give you guys my opinion on it. Let's get into it. Before we hop into the video, quick announcement for you guys. I recently dropped a super fire complete start to finish music production course. It's designed to give you every single tool you're ever going to need to produce professional quality music in 30 days, either if you're totally brand new or if you've been producing for a while but you're just struggling to get your sound to the next level. It's over 17 hours of content distributed over 30 days of learning. We also have a super fire community where you can hop in and ask questions, free monthly sample packs, all kinds of cool stuff. Also, we've recently worked out a deal where if you sign up for the course, we can actually give you guys educational discounts on Ableton Live, FabFilter, Isotope, Sound Toys, Kilohertz, Arturia, and Output. So you can literally save thousands of dollars. And as of right now, the course is on sale, so it costs less than dinner. So definitely worth it, definitely worth checking out. Let's get into the video. So first off, the interface is pretty cool. Some would say it's a little gimmicky, but I actually like stuff like this now. That's kind of like fun and exciting and cool to look at. Yeah, it might take a little bit more of a toll on your CPU, but not really. So basically what's happening here is it's just showing us the routing of audio. So when we have a nice split like this is essentially parallel processing. So we're splitting the signal here, and we have one going into this unit and then another going into this unit. So first let's talk about the different units we have within this device. So I'm gonna go ahead and delete this. And once I put this on the end, notice that the parallel process, the split chain went away. Now it's only going directly through this effect, which we'll do to start out simple, just so we can kind of hear some of these different effects. So this one's going to be a granular effect. So it's got all these kind of bubbles floating around. So it's going to give us that stereotypical granular kind of glitchy sound. So you'll notice when we hover over it, we get this kind of outline around it. If we click it, we can now come in here and adjust all the different settings. So we have mix, which is obviously how much. So this would be a really cool one to kind of automate in different spots. And then any of the other effects, the rate, the size, shape, we can affect all this right here. And I really do like how it kind of gives you like a visual change when you're changing stuff. Pretty neat. So yeah, this would be the granular one. So I'm gonna go ahead and delete this. And anything we wanna like add or delete, we have the delete button right here. This, if we click the line, it's gonna split it. And if we click this, it's gonna add an effect. So that was the granular one. Let's try space. So space is gonna be a convolution reverb. And for those of you who are unfamiliar with convolution reverb, what it is it actually emulates real reverberation patterns from different places. So we can, emulate like the reverberations of a cathedral or a football field or whatever kind of presets it has. So let's click on it and see what we got here. This is going to be a plate reverb, so it's going to emulate a plate. Let's kind of scroll through and see what presets we have here. Really interesting. Not really a reverb, but it is definitely convolution. I really like plugins like this that can kind of create like cool glitchy sounds you can resample that are unique. Like this kind of like convolution I really haven't seen used, and it's cool to kind of get like a leg up on other producers by having like different effects or sounds that nobody else has. So this is cool. I like how they did this here. Super cool. And looks like they have a ton of different convolution reverbs here. Echoes, cabinets, dispersion. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So that's going to be the space effect. Now let's talk about filter. So filters should be pretty self-explanatory, different filters. However, they do have some pretty cool creative ones. So we obviously have like our standard low pass, high pass, band pass, but we also have stuff like comb filters. So this would be one that obviously would be better paired with different effects or in parallel. Like I wouldn't come here and just use this, you know. But yeah, a number of different filters. And then the last one we have is haze. So this is going to be a chorus type effect. So this would probably do really good on like a vocal. In fact, let's go ahead and switch out this drum loop. These are fucking disgusting. I don't want anything to do with any of these. So haze is a chorus effect, and it gives us the typical macros we'd expect. So like a decay, density, spread. Compaction, man, the shutty done blast. Sound clash, boy, man, I always surpass. Getting my guap, trying to get my cash. Using the word, for your ass. Except that's pretty crazy. Compaction, man, the shutty done blast. Sound clash, boy, man, I always surpass. Getting my guap, trying to get my cash. Using the quarter trade for your ass. Compaction, man, the shutty done blast. Sound clash, boy, man. See, that's crazy. I don't like pitch and chorus and oh, now we have a smear over here too. Pump action, man, the shut it down. That's crazy. Like I could resample that and do all kinds of stuff with it. Pump action, man, the shut it done blast. Sound clash, boy, man, I always surpass. Getting my guap trying to. So now that we've looked at some of the modules, let's take a look at some of the stuff they did with them. So obviously they're not meant to just go through one of these effects. They're meant to be used in serial and parallel and stacked and whatnot. So let's see some of the different stuff that they came up with and the macros and whatnot. Pump action, man, so this one's crazy. It's got a granular into a space effect. And then it's also got a dry channel. So as you can see, this is what I was talking about with like the kind of like parallel processing where you can see what's happening here. So that's cool. And if we didn't want to do that, we can just put this here. And now we just have one effect into the other. Pump action, man, the shutty done blast. Sound. So they go ahead and create macros for you based on what they would think would sound good. So a combination of different macros mapped to this master macro knob down here. And so we can just crank this up and see what they chose to do. Pump action, man, the shutty done blast. Sound clash, boy, man, I always surpass. Getting my guap, trying to get my cash. Using the quarter trading crack for your ass. So this real-time granular synthesis is actually kind of a big deal. Granular synthesis is pretty unique and it can be a little CPU heavy, but you can actually run up to 3 of them at a time, all different settings. So let's go ahead and put another one here. Pump action, man, the shut it done blast. Sound clash, boy, man, always surpass. Definitely some crazy resampling opportunities in there. So they have over 300 of their own presets, which again, just like the convolution stuff, tons of stuff to play with. So particle, this is all granular. Pad movement for pads. Drum warp, that's pretty cool. Vocal expanders. Pump action, man, the shutty done blast. Sound clash, boy, man, I always surpass. Getting my guap, trying to get my cash. Using the quarter trading crack for your ass. Pump action, man, the shutty done blast. Sound clash, boy, man, I always surpass. Getting my guap, trying to get my cash. Using the quarter trading. Nice wash out there. They did a really good job with this. They did a good job with the macros. They did a good job with the interface. They did a good job with the presets. By the way, I'm not an affiliate with this company at all. Like they just sent me this and I've been playing with it and it's cool. And then another cool little touch, I love this on any plugin, is the little generate preset button. So this is kind of like a randomized deal. Pump action, man, the shutty done blast. Sound clash, boy, man, I always surpass. Getting my guap, trying to get my cash. Using the quarter trading crack for your ass. Pump action, man, the shutty done blast. Sound clash, boy, man, I always surpass. Getting my guap, trying to get my cash. Using the quarter trading crack for your ass. And then we have like a master modulation section here. So this is kind of like how Serum has its modulation section where you can come here and adjust the source and the amount and kind of all from here. So we actually have a couple of different macros. So in addition to all of our effects here, we have LFOs and envelopes down here. So if we want to map something to an LFO or an envelope, we just drag and drop the LFO right where we want it.
Compaction, man,
So if you want some like, you know, LFO to automate something automatically without adjusting the macro, we can do that here. Also cool. So, I mean, this plugin is pretty self-explanatory. It's very interactive. It's very fun and easy to use. As far as if I think you should cop it, it's $60 right now. I think it's usually like 99. I would definitely grab it. It's if you're into like resampling and like cool glitchy sounds and whatnot. This one's unique. It's got some pretty cool like glitchy effects and whatnot that I haven't really seen in other devices. So yeah, that's Beam by Lunacy Audio. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time.